A lot of beginner guitar players only learn the major scale in one position. It's helpful to take this major scale shape and expand it across the neck, because that's a really big key in unlocking the whole fretboard and understanding how it all works and being able to play within it. Scales are also really useful for learning how to play it really fast. So I've got 3 little patterns I want to share with you that will help you unlock more of the fretboard. Position 1 goes like this. This scale shape is really useful, especially paired with the open strings at open position in the key of G, because you can use that entire scale and all of the open notes are also in key. However, I found this one a little bit less intuitive to improvise with, so let's take a look at position 2, which I found to be a little bit more intuitive to improvise with. And the third way we're gonna look at the major scale here today is all the way up here on 15th fret. This one is actually based on the minor scale shape, but you're starting it from the pinky note, which in this case is a G, because we're in G major. Now, I encourage you to practice these scales with a metronome, because what you can do there is you can increase your speed. Essentially, if you can start practicing these in time, you can start slow and easy, but then after a while, you can start amping up that speed. Also, I'm palm muting these exercises, however, you don't have to. You can definitely play them open just like this. I think it's always good to do both. Now here's a bonus tip that'll help you take this one step further. If you take each shape and locate the root notes, you can then start to practice the higher octave of the scale. With major scale 1, if we started from this note here on the D string 5th fret and played it from there to the next G note, that kind of unlocks a new pattern. Now it's the same thing as we played before, but starting from a different spot on the neck. And this is kind of useful because now you can access the major scale from the D string, whereas before we were kind of thinking of it as accessing the major scale from the low string. You can also do this with major scale shape 2. So starting from this note here, this is a D string 5th fret, that's a G note. Basically start the major scale from here. And then for the last one, way up here, I like to access the major scale from this spot up here. This is the 12th fret, the G string. All right, so starting from this spot on the neck. Now, if you spend some time practicing this, you will not only know the major scale from 3 different spots of the neck, but you'll also be able to access the major scale from the higher octave as well, right? So it's not just about remembering a specific shape, but it's also about getting comfortable using it. And a great way to start using these scales is to start improvising along the jam tracks. If you haven't already heard of elevated jam tracks, I highly recommend you search them on YouTube and play along with their tracks. I think that they're really well constructed, and I really love the scale diagrams and chords that are shown on that channel. So highly recommend that. And that about wraps it for this one. So thank you so much for joining me on this very short video about some scale shapes. If you have any questions, let me know below. I hope this short guitar lesson was useful to you, and if it was, please leave me a like, consider subscribing to my channel, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye for now.